Retargeting is one of the best things that you can do. A simple $5 a day strategy that looks something like this.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
When it comes to Facebook and online ads, which I know your third topic, which I know you do very different to everyone else, which is retargeting. I think the word retargeting or remarketing is probably underselling what you do. So now we've undersold it. Now you can over-deliver.
It's funny you bring up a good point there, because I think some people, when they think of retargeting, they'll say, "Oh yeah, no, I do that. I'm with YLOFO and they retarget my listings." And I'm always just like, "Oh, okay, like that's
whoop-de-doo."
Good. That's good. Glad to hear they're doing a little bit of retargeting there for you, but it's not really the type of retargeting that I'm talking about. I'm talking about content, video content that's very, very strategic in the type of content and what it is. In the form of videos, in bite-sized 30-second, 45-second videos, where we take your warmest people, we take people who visit your website, people who are on your client list, your SOI list. This is a really, really big one, and this figure is really going to drive things home for the people who are watching on YouTube and the people who are listening on the podcast here. When you have your SOI, your past client list, they need to continuously hear from you, and it doesn't always have to be in the form of a newsletter. You want to sometimes force the hand of getting their eyeballs on your content. There was a really, really scary statistic that I read last year from NAR, and it was 92% of people who worked with their realtor really enjoyed the experience and would happily do it again. But only 18% actually go back and use the same realtor.
Wow.
Can you imagine how many millions of dollars have just out there because another real estate agent came in and swiped your client away because they had their attention and you did not? So even if you're not running Facebook ads, even if you're not spending money on lead generation, retargeting is one of the best things that you can do. A simple $5 a day strategy that looks something like this. You typically want to get in the mind of your most ideal prospects. So, for example, you want to deal with young families who are selling their 2-bedroom townhome and they're upsizing into a 3 or 4 bedroom semi-detached. Their questions and answers they have around that buying and selling process are completely different from the first-time home buyers, completely different from the people who are moving in from out of state. So because they have completely different problems, it's important for us to address them, because the only way that we're in the next stage of this cycle to get their true attention is for them to watch that video and go, "Oh, that realtor understands exactly what I'm going through and can solve my problem." So it's not the content of, "I'm the best realtor, look at all of my awards, this is what the market update is." I mean, those types of videos eventually down towards the funnel will have their place. But if you truly want to capture people's attention and get them to watch your content, make it about them. Make it about their problems, their pain points, and what are the solutions that you can provide so that you are positioned as the expert. And just done in quick 30-second, 45-second videos. We open up the first 3 seconds of that video. We hook that person right into watching. Then towards the end, we mentioned who we are, where we represent, and what we sell. So that's a quick little tidbit there, but simple $5 a day, retargeting your list, your SOI, people who visit your website, follow you on Facebook, follow you on Instagram, that feature your face. Because especially when you're doing online lead generation, and like I mentioned before, there's a lot of competition out there. They're talking to a lot of agents. How cool is it for them to already put a face to the voice because they've seen so much of your content pop up in their feed? They're going to be a lot more receptive to you. you're not going to have to work as hard on your cadence and your tonality and your objection handling and being this amazing internet lead closer when you've already had a little bit of their attention. This whole thing of like, oh, we have to get in front of people 6 or 7 times to do business with us, like think more like 18, 20 times, okay? Just to get people to want to take phone calls from you, it's a lot of attention that you need to get.
100%. I think the old statistic was 7 points of contact, and then it went to 13 points because of the like ads and noise basically. And then I think it is something like 20 or 21 now. The advantage is usually, because people are marketing, it's like impressions and just seeing your face, and it's not necessarily you speaking with them. It could be an email that you send them. And one of the nice things that we learn for realtors to do to both clients and team, and whether people are wanting to get clients to sell homes or get agents to join the team and recruit agents, was literally shooting a video on their phone and emailing that video. And it can be it doesn't have to be hey Peter type video. It can be, hey, I just want to share this cool tip, this cool strategy. Here's what happened to me today. Like this thing happened. It's fun. Just sharing and just constantly being there. And it's like, because you just don't know what's going to connect with other people. We were speaking about this earlier, and it's building relationships, building rapport, being memorable. These are all things that allow this to happen. And trust me, this is that if you're that person, that's who they're going to do business with.
So exactly what you're bringing up, Andrew, right? It's like with them seeing your face pretty much everywhere, them consuming your content. First of all, they can get to know you in a weird way, right? Where they don't have to speak to you, but they get to know you, how you carry yourself, the body language, which makes them more comfortable. And honestly, like, when is the last time you went on somebody's website and you're like, cool, I like this girl or guy, but then you went to their social media profile and you were like, this person is parting their face off. Like, I don't want to be affiliated with them. They're doing X, they're doing Y. And then all of a sudden you uncover the true person because you looked at their Facebook, their Instagram, their TikTok, their YouTube channel. And you're like, oh, fuck's sakes. Seriously? And let's say if you're dealing with high-end real estate, right? People, we as human beings, we're very judgmental. So if I'm coming to your profile and I'm seeing you popping bottles, champagne, or in the club and just being, socially responsible, that $1 million buyer could be like, well, I wish that wasn't on Facebook and Instagram because now I'm associated with this person. And now we are thinking of like, what are the other people going to think of me as well, right?
No, dude, it's all right because my target demographic is like Jake Paul. So like popping bottles and all that stuff, that's the way to attract
popping bottles, champagne, Molly, tummy fumbles,
So here's the thing, and I think this is probably, I'd love to hear your opinion on this, Cara. It's like branding is about being somewhat polarizing. It's about attracting the people that you want and also pushing away people you don't. I think this is an important element that people don't think about. Your goal isn't to do business with everybody. It's to do business with the people you want to do business with and ultimately who want to do business with you. It's about finding that relationship. And even though that's a joke about saying, if you're out there popping bottles and stuff, but like the irony is that would actually resonate with a certain type of buyer, right? And that could actually work if you're known as like that party realtor, but who gets shit done and who gives people amazing properties and they have this phenomenal experience. But you're out there and, you're doing whatever, you will attract that clientele over a long enough period of time of doing it if you build a brand around that specifically. So I know we've got not that much longer on this, but what I would love to do is I know you are big on brand and it's something that we haven't spoken a ton about. And I'd just love, a couple of minutes on like key things for brand that agents could go away and do today to get, to start making themselves stand out, to start getting them out on socials and just making them look good, because I know a lot of them are going to be interested in how they can build a brand and start building a brand, even at small steps, you know?
And before you answer that question, you are really good at this stuff because we've brainstormed about my stuff. And in a matter of 30, 40 minutes, I think pretty much in a matter of 15 minutes, we had an idea after idea. We ended up coming up with my tagline. I got Andrew involved a little bit in the branding that's still to be released, probably coming this week, going into next week. And it just, I don't know if maybe it comes to you naturally, but it's definitely, you have a lot of creative energy where you're able to just pull from to create a brand, right?
Thank you. I think, and thank you for mentioning that. I had a lot of fun doing kind of what I refer to as like branding exercises. It sounds so corporate when I say that out loud, but it really is important because it's about going through very specific questions that are going to uncover what your brand should represent. And the first place that we always start is, who is that client that you want to serve? So Andrew, you're right on the money. Like if you want to pop bottles with your clients because that's what you enjoy, that's who you want to serve, because that's who you make good money from, and that's how you like to run your business, then you're obviously going to come up with some very flashy branding that's going to come after that market. Or when I was working with another realtor and she really wanted to serve young families and she wanted to deal with the mom of the family in particular. So when we look at her branding, it's very soft and it's very inviting and feminine and polished and put together and organized, because that is what that type of avatar or persona is going to resonate with. So you really have to start at the very, very basics and think, who do I want to serve and what does that look like? And for any of the realtors that are out there listening, don't know that yet, a really great book that I always recommend to my clients is called the Pumpkin Planner. And it's a whole metaphor on growing pumpkins. And I won't get into all the specifics, but it's really important that we build a business around the type of people that we want to serve. And in order to attract those people, the messaging, the branding, your logo, your taglines, the colors, the types of images that you use, the types of backgrounds that you use, how do you open up a video? These are all different aesthetics that are going to speak to that specific type of person, their persona. So you kind of have to look back and go all the way back and just ask yourself some of these really basic questions and get into the mind of your most ideal avatar. And from there, that's how we came up with some really great ideas for Peter's brand on how to, make him one of the biggest agents in Boca.
Love it. I think that is a nice way to wrap up, but without not letting everybody, that was a really backwards way of saying this. Cara, tell everyone how they can get in touch, how they can learn more about you, if they want to learn more, do business with you, get a brand, all this good stuff. Let them know how they can reach you.
Pitch them, no breaks, no holding back. Give it to them.
Yeah, so the nimbleagent.com is our main site. You can reach us through there. You can also reach out to me personally and drop me a message on Instagram. I'm pretty active over there. You can reach me at Cara McMaster, or you can reach us at the Nimble Agent on Instagram as well. We're pretty active on there. And now TikTok. I'm having so much fun with TikTok there that I've been pretty active on there as well. So, but yeah, please reach out. We're more than happy. I'll sit down with you. The first phone call will just be quick 15 minutes to see is there some synergy there, and what would a marketing campaign look like for you? Because we do build everything out custom to the agent.
I love it, which is why you've had clients for 2 years, which I think for marketing agencies with real estate is unheard of.
I was about to say, I think you're the only person that we know that has clients that, first of all, stay longer than 3 months, 6 months, 18 months, 24 months. Like, holy crap.
We're going on almost 5 years that I've had. I've had the same clients that I started with in 2017. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, guys, if that isn't, a good example of how good her work is, if someone wants to stay with her for 5 years, I don't know what is. Cara, thanks for jumping on with us here today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Everyone, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.